for our audience, what do you think is the way forward, right? Like, what do we do? Do we add more veggies, or what do we do? Like, and you know the whole
Yeah,
thing about non-veg not being too prevalent also.
yeah, I think in India it's just the same as everywhere else. When in China and India and those sort of places that used to be more high carbohydrate, when they got access to vegetable oils, they just went, yeah, we'll take a rice and add a ton of cheap oil, and it tastes really good. And we got fried rice and all these, fried poppadoms and all those fried carb and fat things. It's not carbs that are bad or fat that are bad, but you feel guilty. You overeat those, the fried rice, the poppadoms, the dim sims, or whatever it is. So, um, if you're going to eat, if you enjoy the rice, try not to add too much oil to that. Um, but really getting back to basics, it's how to get your protein is number one, and that can be low fat dairy, your cottage cheese, paneer, um, getting you know, the soy protein, the eggs, maybe with egg white with one whole egg can be a really good way to dial up your protein percentage. As you mentioned, anything fresh veggies in their whole state rather than all the refined grains that we tend to add fat to as well. So it's the same principle, just in a different context. And you guys have got your own Indian food database that isn't quite as thorough. But I've had a bit of a play with it. And yeah, there's definitely foods unique to the Indian context, but the same principles, I think, I've analyzed the 660,000 days of data covers third world countries, our optimizers, and the US food database. So it's taken from, I've tried to solve the problem of what the humans crave. So yeah, just more fresh, whole food is the number one thing, and there's plenty of ways to get that, particularly protein. But
Quite
definitely a challenge in the Indian context because diabetes is rife. Because you're probably more genetically predisposed to type 2 diabetes, which is pretty scary.